Sports with Sean Caravilles.
Now, there were major concerns from drivers and crews regarding the logistics and also the route of the KCB Wundani rally that was held this past weekend. Let's get the thoughts of a legend, Frank Tundo. Frank, thanks very much for joining us. You've voiced your concerns. What exactly are your concerns?
My main concerns were the timings. The timings were so wrong. On the transport stages, we were made to go at ridiculous speeds. If there'd been an accident, it was just, I don't know why there wasn't an accident, thank God. The route was okay. It was okay. He'd put it on private land. It was very tricky. I just feel sorry for the up and coming drivers, and we've got so many of them. We've got the Eric Benjis of this world who are driving fantastically well, and to just destroy it all by the timings that they'd set, and at the end not having any result. It doesn't make any difference to me whether I come last or first or whatever. It just, it makes a lot of difference to all the younger lads who are doing. They've got so much talent and are doing really well. To just kill it all by such bad organisation. I mean, if it wasn't for the Rallies Commission, boys, we wouldn't have even had a result. And I mean, we still don't have a result because who knows who did what. And it affects all the younger lads. That's why I've actually protested on this, and more on their behalf than on mine. So, yeah, that is the main reason.
Frank, let's talk about the logistics of the rally. 2 service parks, also the spectator stage in a completely different area, and also the start and the finish in completely different areas. It was very tough for us as the press. It must have been a nightmare for you guys, huh?
It must have been more of a nightmare for you as well. I mean, yeah, and trying to get there. We were all late, getting everywhere. So, it's just, there was no thought in this. I mean, the route was okay, it was fine in that way, but there was no thought in anything else for anyone. I don't even know which way to go, but yeah, I just feel sorry for all those young lads who spend a fortune trying to do this sport and are talented and they're doing it well. I just feel so sorry for them more than I don't, for me it doesn't make any difference. But for them it makes a lot of difference. They try so hard and they spend every cent they have to do it. And then just to have some guy organize it like that, it's just not right.
Frank, you were talking about cost factor. You had 10 service crew, if I'm not wrong, and with the 2 service parks, how difficult was it?
It was very difficult for us, even to have the service crews, at the right points. But then you service in one place, and then they've got to move, and they're going down the same road as we are. It's just dangerous, and the timings are so bad that we're now fighting service crews, the spectators, and whatever down the same road, trying to get to the next control for us. And I mean, all the spectators had to go down the same road. It was just a mess. The whole thing was just a mess. I'm sorry, but I don't like complaining about it, but it's just, Sean, I don't know. It was just a mess.
Frank, I think what was most upsetting for you and a lot of the crew as well, Roy McKenzie, his phone was switched off at the finish.
I know. He just disappeared. Him disappeared. And there was no clerk of the, what do you call them? Not clerk of the course, steward. There was no steward. It was only the RC boys who tried to put something together and get us all to the end. And then at the end, of course, there's no result. And we couldn't get hold of the clerk of the course. He turns his phone off and disappears. I mean, who is this guy? Sean, I don't know what, I just feel so sorry for all those lads that did it and did so well. It's so disappointing for them more than me. I mean, for me, I just love the rallying. But, I don't give a damn about the timings. For me, for myself. It's just for them more than anything. That's why I've protested against this rally.
It's not the first time we've had problems with the organisation of this rally, and I understand as well the person in charge of the results, this is not the first time it's happened under him.
No, it isn't. I mean, it's what, 2-3 years now with the same thing? He turns his phone off and disappears. So, what kind of guy... I don't know why this guy isn't red flagged once and for all. There's hundreds of people that can do it. Get down there and do it. Or, I don't know, we'll see what happens now. I have protested to KMSF and to the RC, and we'll see what they come up with. But my protest is more for all the younger lads in there who keep trying to do this sport and actually struggle to do it. And it costs. It costs a lot of money. I just feel so sorry for them.
Frank, of course, you've been around for many, many years. You've seen the sport evolve. And, of course, we're now going into shorter routes on closed roads. There's also talk about trying to get the Safari Rally back. What's your assessment of the current state of the sport?
Oh, boy. I think KMSF are trying. I think they will get there if we all support them. I'm not sure. Some guys will have to, I think some guys will have to change. They'll have to leave and put some of the younger generation in there. But I think they will get there if we all give them support. I think they will. I mean, Phineas is trying. I know he's trying. And I think he'll do a good job if we give him the support.
Do you think it comes down to the drivers themselves as well? Like you, we see Nakuru very well organised elections every year. Other clubs are struggling in terms of their organisation. Does it come down to the drivers themselves for change to happen?
I think it should be some of the older drivers that should get back involved again and try and sort this rallying out as well. It's up to us. If we just give up and say, oh, too bad and whatever, I think some of the older guys should actually get more involved in this and find out. We know what should happen, so I think we're just going to have to get involved and not just sit back and watch it. We're as much to blame as everyone else, some of the older drivers, and I think we should get down to it and try and help out and sort it out.
All right, let's just talk about the classic rally that you're organising with your wife, Lynn. How's that coming along?
Oh, that's great. It's coming along really well. I'm doing it in 2 counties, up north in Baringo and Elgeyo Marakwet counties. And the support I'm getting from the actual county up there is unbelievable. It's really good. The roads are really good at the moment. It's coming along really well. We've actually had a bit of interest from outside the country. We've got a couple of entries so far from outside the country, and I'm going to try and make it as affordable as possible, and see if we can't get some sponsors going. It'll be a good rally. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
It's based a lot more on the older cars, up to 1985. The route is going to be partly what we used to use. It's a bit more difficult. It won't be on closed roads, but it'll be safe. I'm getting a lot of support, as I say, from the counties. So, and it'll be a 3-day event, all out of Bogoria Spa, the hotel down there. It should be a really nice event. I'm getting a lot of support, actually, from overseas drivers as well, which is really nice. And if I can get them out here, that'll be great. It's based a bit on like the East African Safari, but it's a bit shorter. It's 1,000 kilometers competitive. And we go out there and have some fun.
Frank, finally, we see you still as active as ever, competing in almost every rally. And then we see Tash, she's got a sponsor on board. Flash as well, doing really well. He's got this new car. One or two hiccups, obviously, that's going to happen with that car. You seem to be as active as ever as a family. Also, Lynn, very actively involved with the Rift Valley Motorsports Club. As a family, you're as active as ever, huh?
Absolutely, yeah. And I've got a really good bunch of guys in Nakuru who help out on the security parts and whatever. We've got a good bunch. We only need 3 or 4 people to sort out the rally, which is really nice. And we're all actively involved. So it's nice.
All right, Frank, thank you very much. That's Frank Tundo. Thank you so much for your thoughts, huh?
Okay, cool. Sorry they weren't very good thoughts, but I think it needs to be said.
Sports with Sean Caravillas.